What's up, Illini Nation? It's Ryan Baker. Welcome to another edition of RBI, and we have the perfect guest for RBI because she's the queen of the diamond, your head softball coach, Tyra Perry, who is starting her first season here at the University of Illinois. Coach, first of all, welcome to the U of I. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Champaign-Urbana.
Thank you.
How has it been so far since you took the job and came onto campus early in the summer?
Oh, it's been great. The people have been so welcoming, and I have had the opportunity to meet Shorty Eichelberger, and our field is named after her. And she's just really been great as far as getting me entrenched in the community and
Embracing you.
embracing me, and she's been great.
So we're going to talk between the lines a little bit later, but first of all, we want to get to know you a little better. You're a Louisiana girl.
I am.
From Louisiana, played and coached at LSU before moving along in your coaching career, most recently at Ball State, Western Kentucky before that. What was it like for you growing up in Louisiana, and how did that influence or have an impact on who you are today?
Well, Louisiana's a little different. I think everybody knows the crazy Cajuns and all of that, but it's just my entire family's basically there, so it was just a great place to grow up. And my dad's a old school coach, and I have two sisters that also played college softball. My youngest sister, Brittany, actually played for me. We're 13 years apart, and she was one of my student athletes at Western Kentucky.
How did that work out? Were you the mean big sister, or were you?
Well, our dad coached us as well, so we knew how to, have the coach, on the field and, the dad at home. And so my sister and I kind of employed a similar strategy. On the field, I was her coach, and that was it. And, off the field, I was her sister.
I imagine that discipline was very important in your household. If your dad coached you, everything was by the book and there was no slacking off.
Oh, absolutely. And so just getting into the Division I college setting, it was pretty easy for us to transition just because we were so used to being.
Hey, this is nothing.
Oh, yeah, that was easy. It was fun. Yeah.
Doing push-ups before dinner.
Oh, something close to that, yeah.
Really?
Well,
what sports did your dad coach?
My dad, he was a longtime middle school football coach and basketball coach, and then transitioned into high school and then coached volleyball, softball, and all of those, yeah.
So I would say you come from a competitive family, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And I have a brother, too. So.
Oh, is he the oldest?
No, actually, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Yes, and my brother played basketball in college for a little while.
That is awesome. So
Yeah.
that really set the tone for you as an athlete, a competitor, now as a coach. How does that translate to your coaching style today?
I think it has a great influence on my style. I'm very what you see is what you get. If you actually came to one of our practices or games, you may not notice that I'm there. Mostly our style is expectations as far as myself and my staff. We talk about, hey, we expect to be at the highest level. We expect to work hard. We expect you to be consistent, a person of character. We have expectations in the classroom. You're supposed to go to class. You're here for a degree. And we enforce those, and mainly through consistency. A lot of young people these days don't see consistent as adults. And, we just try to make sure that we are just level with them, playing with them, and I think it works.
So you're not a yeller or a screamer. You're not one of those types.
No.
Get in your face.
No, if I'm yelling or screaming, something is really bad.
So players, you hear that right? So you better walk the chalk line.
Absolutely.
But you communicate well, obviously. You let them know what the expectations are.
Communication is key.
Right. And not only with the game plan or how you're going to perform on the field, but what you expect from them as student athletes.
Oh, every single day. And again, consistency. We don't show up one day in practice and, we're just really laid back and we have no plan. We always have a plan. We're always sticking to the plan, and we're always going to work really hard.
That orange looks really good on you. When you got the call to have the opportunity to come here to the University of Illinois and take over a program, I mean, you're only the second coach in the history of this softball program. What was your thought process, and having arrived, what are your impressions or what it means to be the head softball coach for Illinois?
Well, it was really interesting. We were just coming off of a great season at Ball State where we made it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in several years and defeated Notre Dame. We were the first 4 seed to defeat a 1 seed. We were returning quite a few starters with the next year, so I was really kind of thinking about that, and then got the call for Illinois. started to take a look at just the nuts and bolts of what it means to be a Fighting Illini, and fell in love with just the blue collar attitude that's here, and how there's so many very special hidden gems on the academic side, on the athletic side, the history, the tradition on both sides, was very, very, very attractive.
And I'm guessing the challenge of putting this program in a place of consistency, as you talked about, prominence within the Big Ten, but not only within the conference, but on a national level. That's something I'm sure that enticed you to come to be the person who could direct the program in that fashion.
The Big Ten, Power 5 school, obviously, that's obviously attractive.
Right.
But just the premise of the Big Ten as far as academics and athletics at a high level was very attractive. Again, I come from a big family. We were always taught, academics and athletics. With female athletes, there is a pro league, but for the most part, you need to have your eyes set on a career. So the idea of having the opportunity to help mentor young women and give them a chance to play at a high level, get a great degree was awesome.
Well, I know you want to bring some of that Cajun spice to Illini softball. We'll talk about that. We'll have more coming up with Coach Tyra Perry on part 2 of our interview with her here on RBI.